Good morning, children. Today I am going to explain you about the chapter Judiciary. I hope so that you are ready with your pen and paper to note down the main points. You will see the slideshow also along with that. So whatever the things are given in that, you may note it down. Otherwise, I have already shared it with you during the class. You have seen in the screen sharing also. So now I am going to start that. Now I am going to explain you about the structure of the Indian judiciary. As you can see in the diagram that pyramidal structure is shown, and at the apex you can see that Supreme Court. India's highest court is Supreme Court, which is located in Delhi, New Delhi, and it is the highest court, and the Chief Justice of this Supreme Court is called as the Chief Justice of India also. Below that it comes the High Courts. The different Supreme Court is only one in the country, while High Courts are different for the different states, but some states which are very small, they are collectively sharing the same High Court. Then below that, the third number, that comes the district court and the subordinate courts. In each city there is one court which is called as the district court, and the other subordinate courts are also there, just like the revenue court, and related to that so many courts are there. So this is the structure. Now you must know that what is the role of the judiciary. What is the work of the judiciary? Judiciary is very much important for the country to solve the disputes between the individuals and the groups, between the individuals and the state, between the individuals and the center, state to state and state to center. Now you can see that there are, if we are talking about the judiciary, does many work. Number one, resolution of the disputes. Just as I have discussed right now, that it resolves the cases between the individuals, between the government and individual, between the state and the central government, between the two states or more states. Then interpreter of the law. It interprets the laws. Whatever the laws are there, these are being solved there, required an interpretation. Some laws are there which needs the interpretation, needs explanation, that is done by the courts. And this happens if the law, when this thing is happened, that need of the court is, help of the court is required, and that is, it happens when the law is not very clear, then the request goes to the court, especially to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court explains the law in front of the public in the written form. Then custodian of the civil rights and the fundamental rights. It is the custodian, you can say the guardian of the civil and fundamental rights. Civil rights is just like right to life, it is the civil right, and the fundamental rights, already you know that what are the fundamental rights, you have studied about it. So these fundamental rights and civil rights are being protected by the courts. That is why it is called as the custodian. Upholder of the constitution. It keeps care of the constitution also. It follows, and it is whatever the laws are being passed, it checks that they are according to the constitution or not. It can be declared void if it is not according to the constitution by the judiciary only. Then this power is also known as the judicial review. Unconstitutional law is known as the judicial review. Whatever the law which is not according to the constitution is known as the judicial review. Now, jurisdiction of the court means, what is the jurisdiction? The definition of the jurisdiction is the courts need to function within the limits whatever are set in the constitution, and the power of the courts to pass judgment and enforce law within the area is known as jurisdiction. There are different types of jurisdiction, work, functions which the judiciary performs. Number one, original jurisdiction means any case which has not been tried in any court till now. For the first time it is going in front of the court, that is called as the original case, and when the original case is brought in the court, that is called as the original jurisdiction. Then appellate, if any case is not resolved, both the parties or single party is not satisfied with the decision of the one court, it can go to the higher court and appeal in the higher court. So the courts are listening the appeals, and this is called as the appellate jurisdiction. Third is advisory jurisdiction. It means the judiciary is having the right to advise the government related to the constitution if it is needed. Then fourth is supervisory jurisdiction. It means it is supervising the work of the lower courts, just like the Supreme Court is supervising High Court and the lower courts, subordinate courts, and all the courts in the country present, and High Court is supervising for the lower courts. In this manner, they are supervising the working, that judgments and all the things of the lower courts. Then last comes, that is court of record. Whatever the cases are tried in the court, whatever the cases, either criminal case or the civil case, whatever are being fought in the court, brought in front of the court, all the proceedings of the court is being recorded and kept in the form of the books. That is why it is called as the court of record. It is for the benefit for the future cases. In future, if that type of any case comes, then it can be referred there. You have seen in the lawyers' homes, in the library, lot of books are kept there. These are the record books which are helpful in the reference of the cases for the future benefit of the people. So for today, that is all, and I will meet